But let me talk about other aspects of medical infrastructure that support this tourism that the government is putting in place. You look at our national carrier, Kenya Airways, and you realize that it is at the center of tourism, this medical tourism, because you presuppose that some of these patients who come into the country are critically ill patients who cannot fly on a regular flight. And then you have the airline, that's national carrier, Kenya Airways now stepping in, equipped with stretchers that can be fitted on board the plane, oxygen tanks that can be fitted on board the plane. You know, they have medical escorts as part of their repertoire of medical facilities, you know. They have a lot of, ambulances that are specially equipped to handle people from wherever they are picked up to the plane, and from the plane to hospitals within the country. So you have all that attendant infrastructure run by the national carrier. In some instances where the national carrier can't land in conjunction with the flying doctors like AMREF, you know. So you have all that support infrastructure without which this medical tourism would be a nullity. You also have the fact that Kenya Airways reaches to the farthest, goes to the farthest extents of Africa. You know, I think there's hardly any other airline that covers Africa the way Kenya Airways does. I mean, Nairobi is the hub, is a medical hub.
Yeah, maybe Ethiopian Airlines.
Perhaps Ethiopian Airlines, but they don't do medical tourism because they don't have the other critical infrastructures that we do have. So that's the one distinct advantage that is putting this medical tourism at the forefront in this continent. Is creating Nairobi as a medical tourism hub. The fact that you have infrastructure like a critical airline. Then, of course, we'll also talk of other aspects like the fact that the UN now has designated Nairobi as an evacuation center for the region. It places Nairobi smack in the middle. And of course, one of the decisions that the UN has taken to place Nairobi smack at the center of this medical tourism, medical evacuation, is the fact that, one, of course, we have the hospital infrastructure, world-class hospitals, like Dr. has alluded to, and two, the fact that we also have an air network that can evacuate people, say, from Sudan, from southern Sudan, Congo, and we even had them come in from as far as Yemen and Madagascar, because of the network of the air network that we have.
You know, you have elaborated very well, you know, the bits and pieces that we have in this place. But do you see, concerted effort to try and put all these bits and pieces together so that, you can have a seamless experience and, there's a proper awareness to the community out there that, look here, to you have in Nairobi or Mombasa, and then you have an ambulance that will pick you from there to the hotel, and this seamless experience. Do you see this happening?
Yes, that's why we have the Magical Kenya Medical Tourism Forum, because that forum actually puts all the bits and pieces together. The airline, the hospitals, other critical infrastructure, especially with the UN and other international bodies, the accreditation, and that sort of thing. They all come together as a package. And Magical Kenya is one that gives that visibility. But Kenya is also on its own, has taken a lot of space on national TV and other fora to ensure that this information is out there in the public domain, in the international public domain. It's not just restricted to Africa, to Kenya, but it's out there as well. I think one of the ways it has done that is to have a medical insurance facility. I think it's called Maisha, and it's marketed internationally, more or less in the same way you have Bupa, insurances and that sort of thing. So you have a Maisha medical scheme that is tied to the airline and that offers evacuation services from wherever you are. So I think there's that concerted effort. All this is under the ambit of the remit and the ambit of the government, and it is visible. It's now visible across the entire continent.